This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at the Alternate. Mr. Ben Shalom, how are you?
Really good, obviously. Every day, media, it's busy.
You love the media.
Great way to start to be honest, great way to start the year. So much going on. Really successful weekend for us, and great to be here today for the most ridiculous card I've seen.
Certainly. Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. You are in the Buatsi camp. How tougher is this fight than all of his previous opponents, if at all?
The toughest. Yeah. The toughest, but for me, Josh Buatsi raises his level based on who he's in the ring with. If you watch all of his fights, he does let people back into fights at times. He does switch off at times, and he knows he does. That's why I'm so excited to see him in there with an elite level guy. I think that's where you're going to see Josh Buatsi at his very best. Only the very best beat Callum Smith. I believe he's one of the very best, and this is what he needed. He was almost, when would you ever have a division that's been, this has been brilliant, better be a Bivol in the fact that it's happened twice, but if you remember, better be got injured the first time, the division, you would never expect all the world titles to be held up as long as this. And so the important thing has been treading water, but getting the right fights at the right time, going through the domestic scene. Now he's at the very top of it, interim world champion right now, and so much on the line. But as I say, a chance to prove he's an elite level fighter, and I'm confident, and I know he's got the bit between his teeth, and I know that he's going for the stoppage, and yeah, he wants to steal the show.
I asked you this after the Dan Aziz fight, I asked you this after the Willie Hutchinson fight, and I'll ask you this going into this fight. Is the next fight a world title fight?
It depends what happens with the main event. There could be a trilogy here. So whatever happens there, we can only do what we can do. You can't get much closer than being an interim champion. You know, he can be elevated to a full world champion. He's in line. If anything gets vacated, he's there. If he's there for the winner of this, but ultimately, this is what we've been dealing with, and it's great for the sport, but for Josh, it's patience, and so it's big fight after big fight, and of course the goal for Josh Buatsi is to become a world champion. That's his number one aim. He's very, very close. He's an interim world champion. He's secured his world title and his world title opportunity, and he's just got to keep winning.
Is Chris Eubank Jr versus Conor Benn done for the 26th of April in London?
No.
Why has there been reports then?
Because it's boxing, isn't it? But it's not done. It's not done.
I spoke to Eddie Earn today, and he said there could be news this week, though.
I hope there is. I really do. It's been a marathon. It's one of the biggest events of this year, not just boxing, but for sport. But it has to get done first, and then you'll see something special. But the plans being put in place by both sides, it will be special if it gets over the line and if it can get announced. And yeah, let's just see it get over the line and then see a big announcement, hopefully.
Will it have the involvement of Riyadh Season and His Excellency?
I'm not going to comment right now. I think it's going to be very different to what people expect. Very different.
In what way?
It's going to be a very special event. If it gets done, it's not been signed yet.
You're telling us it's going to be a special event, but how is it going to be special?
I'm not saying anything. That's for everyone to announce at the right time.
Okay, Conor Benn was here today. Yeah. Have you spoke to Conor today?
I haven't. Obviously, he's on the brink of securing himself in one of the biggest fights of the past decade, and I'm excited to do it, but not spoke to him now.
What do you actually think of Conor? There's been digs. There's actually been slight digs throughout this whole negotiation program.
No. Look, I represent Chris Eubank Jr. I believe he's the bigger name. I believe he's the better fighter. I believe he's achieved more. I believe in every way he's done more and is better and will win. That's nothing personal against Conor Benn, but that's the reality, and it's become very personal for Chris. And so, look, our job's to get the best deal for Chris, represent him in the best way we can. It doesn't really matter what I think of Conor.
Just want to pull up something he said about you. In a comment of our video from last week, he said, "Shut your mouth, you rookie."
Listen, Conor Benn, thanks to his dad and thanks to what happened and being banned for 2 years, has now got a massive fight. Not because of anything he's done in his boxing ring. So that's all I say.
Okay, so announcement imminent.
Imminent, but not done.
What's going on with everything involving Liam Cameron, Queensberry, lawsuit? We're hearing bits from both sides, but from your perspective, what has actually happened here?
Listen, I am going to come out and speak about this because I think it's got to the point where there's just so much false information. How can we match what they offered? We make an offer to Liam Cameron, which, as I said, we were told what to offer and we were told that deal was done. How can we make an offer to Liam Cameron when they make an offer to Ben Whittaker and we make an offer to Liam Cameron? What's Liam Cameron's purse got to do with Ben Whittaker? And all this nonsense about this being Ben Whittaker's highest payday and Ben Whittaker's this and that's where it crosses the line, this suggestion that we're not doing the best by our fighter. We're on exactly the same page. We're exactly the same page as a team. If they want the fight, it's there. But the suggestion that somehow Liam Cameron's purse is connected to Ben Whittaker's purse is absolute nonsense. And the fact that people can't see through that is mind-boggling to me. Obviously, the intention was to disrupt this when if Liam Cameron wanted the rematch so much, he's gone and signed with Queensberry. His manager, I think, works for Queensberry now as well, so work that one out. I think I've seen a lot said around whoever values the fight the most gets the fight. And as I say, we make an offer for Liam Cameron, they make an offer for Ben Whittaker. They have no idea how Ben Whittaker is remunerated, how he's paid, what he gets, how much his purse is, and the suggestion that they do is crazy. But as I say, if they want the fight, it's there. If not, leave it alone, jog on.
Two things on this. You said that Liam Cameron decided to sign with Queensberry. Was there an offer from Boxer on the table then?
No, but it was done that quickly. It was done. Look, his manager works for Queensberry, so work that one out.
But you've worked with his manager in the past.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the manager and the promoter are the same person, it's not. I don't know what more you want me to say. All I want to make clear is this isn't about matching offers. This isn't about us matching an offer that's been made to us. How can we? It just doesn't make sense. If this was AJ Pulev, let me give you an example, right? Pulev gets offered £1 million, right? And Pulev's promoter says, well, we can pay Pulev £1.5 million, and therefore the fight should happen on our show. Never seen that, and I just wanted to make that clear. I think that Liam's been brought into a situation intended to try and disrupt or embarrass me or whatever, and the fight is there, and if he wants it, he can have it, and if he doesn't want it, then just say it's not, that they don't want it.
Very last thing, reaction to Tyson Fury retiring.
If he has retired, what a career, what a fantastic career, what an unbelievable servant to the sport in terms of the eyeballs that he's brought to our sport. But something tells me he's not retired. We've seen it before, and maybe we'll see it again. But as I say, if he has retired, it's a very sad day for boxing, but an incredible career, and one that I'm sure he's very proud of, and his family very proud of. If you think where he came from, what he's done, reached the heights that he has, had the fights that he's had, won the belts that he's had. Always remember that night in Germany, which was phenomenal. And he should go down as one of the greats.
Ben, thank you very much. I'll see you very soon.